I mean, I got a little bit of a confession. I went down the rabbit hole of AI generated art. I shouldn't have, honestly, and I'm just gonna warn you guys. What we're about to look at is a little bit disturbing. It's pretty disturbing. Actually, it is. It's messed up. But that's not to say I'm not excited for the future of the possibilities that AI can bring to like the healthcare industry and helping progress the needle of evolution in humanity. I'm all for that. But where it's at right now, it's a little bit, it's kind of crazy. There are people who use applications like Midjourney AI and another one called DallE2. These are just some of them that are out there that you can put in phrases and words. However, the ones that we're about to look at is just where it takes that dark turn and it twists it. Does this not look like this photo was taken in the 90s? It does. Like it's so good and uncanny. It's unbelievable. It is crazy. And obviously Homer's not looking too realistic. It's got like, it's just very weird. It's just odd. It's got that odd look to it. But they did an awesome job with just creating people out of thin air and Homer Simpson himself into the real world as best as the AI could. I mean, it did a pretty good job. And for the AI to make it a dated photo from the 90s, I'm just saying it. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're saying, Brando, this is a horrible example. What a bad photo. This is trash. No, look at this. We have what is Doctor Who with Grumpy Cat. I mean, this looks like somebody who just got off of the bender. I'm terrified by this. Like, this is going to be burnt into my cornea, my cortex. Got ears. He's got cat ears. And the cat, like, what's wrong with the cats at the bottom? And the English there. Like, I don't even know. This is not English. This is not a language. This is AI language on the, like, telephone booth. Something I could actually see people who are, like, in creative films, like, who are trying to direct horror films and come up with stories for horror films, coming and using artificial intelligence art. I could see it as a huge role in horror movie adaptations. That's what I'm trying to get at. Does that make sense? But if you don't think this is bad, we have Michael Jackson and Dobby, however you want to pronounce it, in a musical concert. This is Dobby from like Harry Potter. Yeah, wow, that's not it's not fucking terrifying. Is that not the scariest Michael Jackson thing you've ever seen? Oh my God, that is terrifying. He's got like the uncanniness about him where it's like the AI doesn't know how to actually populate and create a proper human face. It seems like it doesn't know how to properly do that. Like it has nothing to reference. So it's just like, this is its idea of Michael Jackson. Of course, we got Jesus Golem because, there would be no such thing as AI art out there if there was never, a Jesus Golem that was ever conceived inside of it. So, or through it, whatever. Moving on, we have Gigi Allen, who was a controversial music performer. He was just very controversial and kind of like screamo. I never listened to his stuff. He passed away, rip. But he's performing at a kindergarten party, I guess. Now, this is one that I picked because it just looks so real. And again, like what I was saying with like the human faces, it's uncanny and crazy. Like, this is insane. You would look at this and you would think like maybe there was like a blur with like the camera guy was shaking because you'd think this is so real, but it's not. It's not a real, these are not real photos. Like, it is crazy. It's even dated. Like, I don't understand why look at that. Look at that kid. That's like this. I've seen Pet Sematary. I know what an evil looking kid looks like. And that's it. That's it. These are not real children. This has never happened. This is not a real photo. This is just AI generated art. Like, it's really weird how the AI doesn't tear towards like happiness and joyful kids. It's like evil looking kids. It's like sinister. This one is RTD2 converting to Islam. It's so good. And then of course you got to have RTD2 playing in the FIFA World Cup, which I would watch this game. If this was a thing, I would watch it. In another dimension, a galaxy far, far away, I'm sure this might be real. And look at the little guy. He's so cute. At the bottom left there, top bottom left. So damn cute. What a cute little thing. So, I mean, you can use the artificial intelligence to make pretty art, cool art, cute art. It doesn't all have to be, demonic looking things and creatures and things that are going to give you complete nightmares and cold sweats in the middle of the night. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be cool things, but it can also be something that is confrontational like this. I don't follow like celebrities and Vanity Fair and, all these magazine publications out there. And when I first saw this, I actually thought it was real. I thought that this was a real cover, but obviously it's not. It's Kim Jong-un, but it literally looks like they did get married. Like it's a wedding cover photo. Like this looks too real and it's too good to not be true. Like if you were to show this to your grandma, she would think that something happened in the world, but it's 2022 and everything that so far has happened. She'd probably believe this. Like that's the scary part. And that's when you get into like the territory of like identity theft and fraud, like all the endless bad things that you could do with artificial intelligence. And it's inevitable. A lot of people are going to try those things. And I just wonder where the fine line is going to be for like moderation. Is there going to be like AI that's going to have to scan algorithmically what has been AI generated art to be used as like manipulation and propaganda, or like what, like this is going to destroy relationships. This is insane. You could pretend you work at a company, meanwhile you don't work at a company, but it prints out this thing, and then the people, I'm not even going to go there. It's just crazy. Okay. Here's another one. Vladimir Putin at Pride Parade. There's that. And then, of course, ending it out, we got Elmo relaxed. Because if any of the other pictures that we just looked at and went through didn't scare you enough, we're going to end it with Elmo being completely relaxed in his Elmo bed in his Elmo room. Because apparently this is what AI thinks being relaxed Elmo looks like. I don't know. I have no words other than I'm highly impressed at where it is currently today with being able to completely populate and generate art out of just things that you put into a subject line, and it can just make it on a whim. It's literally pulling art out of thin air, but it's also it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, and I'm all for it, but like I don't know where the moderation is going to be when it comes to like, identity theft, people trying to fake expose things or make hit story pieces for things that are just not real. Like if this is where the art is today, think about where it's going to be in the next 6 months, the next year. It's going to be even better. Like the next 2 years.